It's been a very busy week here in the bonsai zone. I planted a lot of miniature forests, but sometimes you have to think big. Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Less than 2 years ago, this was just an empty field. In spring of 2017, my wife and I helped break ground for the new community gardens. Creating the gardens was just a first step in developing this area. Starting in the spring of 2019, we'll be creating an edible forest that surrounds the community gardens. I've joined a group of volunteers to come up with a 10-year plan to develop an edible forest surrounding the community gardens. We have about 8 volunteers that are taking an online course on fruit tree care to learn how to plant our edible forest. The community gardens here have 50 plots. My wife and I have the third one in from the end row. Beside the 50 allocated plots, there's also a community garden here where anyone can come in, plant, and garden. The community garden has some sheds for storing tools and has a big tank that gets filled with rainwater to water the gardens. The shed has solar panels on it for recharging power tools for fixing some of the garden borders. Here's a shot of the tank that gets filled with rainwater from the nearby arena. The community garden doesn't look very good on this cold, snowy day. So through the magic of the bonsai zone, let's go back in time to the middle of summer and have a look at the garden then. couple of weeks ago, we were out at the community gardens and we measured up the field, all the locations of the existing trees, located the community gardens, and created a map. The map will help us plan out the edible forest, all the pathways, the location of all the trees and bushes. I've begun to lay the edible forest out in 3D, planning the pathways, where we'll place all the trees, the bushes, the nut trees, the fruit trees. We'll come up with a 10-year plan, so we'll plant it a year at a time and kind of slowly expand the forest. It's time now for an update on the new greenhouse that we're taking down. We managed to get all the arches down, but not before the snow fell. We ended up finishing the last 2 arches on quite a cold and snowy day, but they're all down now. The next task is to rent a moving van. The arches are about 18 feet long, so I'm hoping they fit into the moving van without any problems. I rented the largest moving van I could. So in a couple of days, I'll be driving that over here and picking up all the pieces for the greenhouse, our scaffolding, the plastic over there, everything, and taking it back to our house. It's been a long project, just over a month, taking the greenhouse down. So that's phase 1 of the greenhouse project over with. The next phase in springtime, I'll be rebuilding it in our yard. My busy week continued with a demo at the Misseto Bonsai Society near Toronto.
Okay, folks, let's do it.
We're back.
Let's do it.
Are we ready to take your seats?
I would just leaf prune it so you just leave a little bit of the leaf on. Just like that.
Okay.
Just really stay on the middle.
And the reason, when you're repotting a jade, is you want to get as much weight off the top of it as possible. So it
Far
doesn't,
down, do you want me to go?
everything.
Don't the wood.
The entire
You go take every
Don't
leaf
be
off.
afraid.
And then does someone want to do the chiflera? So there's a little bit of a, just like up there. Yeah, everything off. So this is bare. So the reason I'm
You can keep that.
taking off the jade is to reduce the weight on the top. The reason I'm taking the chiflera leaves off is so we can see what's below there. It's just, you can't see the trunks or the branches or anything, so.
So you take every leaf off?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. These can take any kind of pruning. You can prune them right back to stumps and they'll sprout all kinds of new branches coming out of them. So I'm going to prune it off fairly short.
Yeah?
Go right here, I think. Some of these branches have aerial roots that have grown down into the soil, which is good. So we're going to prune that one off, I think, here.
Always got room.
Now you can root those cuttings.
Those cuttings are root, yes. Yeah, fairly easily too.
Good.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll just show it to the camera here. So you can see.
You can put it up here.
That's what it looks like now. So we got to do this repotting very quickly, which we can do. I'm just removing all these stakes that were holding it up. I should cut just so you can see it. Before I went to the Misseto meeting, I got a preview of a succulent collection. So I'll show you some shots of it, and that'll be coming up in season 6 of the Bonsai Zone. I'll be talking to the owner, and he'll discuss various techniques about growing and displaying some of these succulent bonsai trees.
And he does like bonsai. He wires it.
Wow, that's really cool, that one.
This is where this rises.
Look at that
here.
desert
He
rose.
hides it here. That thing.
Oh, that's a desert rose, is it?
I don't know what the hell it is.
I think so.
They have to cut it a certain way just to.
Wow.
But these are the ones that they have when they have Allen Gardens and they have that show in June.
Oh yeah,
And he said you should come to.
I will.
So this is. He's a real
Wow,
expert.
look at that. That is so cool, whatever that is.
Yeah, like here's one here.
Really? Wow, these are cool, whatever they are.
So he knows what he's doing by scoring here. So he gets some growth there or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. And so that he's got this here.
Well, it's funny because I'm going to be talking about succulents today. I can ask him what these are.
Aren't they amazing?
I've seen the
you
leaves
see a
like
forest
that
like
before.
It's like a haunted forest, man. They're spooky.
It is. They are. They're scary looking trees.
Oh, he could talk for hours about it.
I wonder what this one is too. I've got to talk to him.
Like, just seeing his succulents is
Look at
worth the
this one.
trip.
Look at the roots on that one. Definitely.
Go to
is.
the other side so you can see that both sides of the port.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a collection of succulents here. Holy.
It gets quite warm in here when the sun comes out.
I bet you. Oh, this one's a root over rock here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big fat one. Well, he has a lot of them. I'm hoping he can give me a cutting someday.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be happy to.
This is huge. Look at the size of it.
I wonder what he's got going on there. Oh, he's trying to maybe layer it a bit?
Maybe correct inverse taper or something at the base, or who knows. Wow, they're fantastic.
Remarkably small pots, eh?
What's that?
Small containers.
Yeah. Ask him about that. Wow. And there's some ficus here too. Really interesting root bases on them. Must be like the ginseng ficuses.
But I mean, personally, you'd just like to walk and see.
Yeah. Have to find out what these are. Really nice. Not sure what that is either, but it's some kind of succulent. Really cool. Some jade. What are these type of trees? Really cool. I'm not sure what this one is either. This is a big ginseng ficus. Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, these would be his. This is his here.
Oh yeah.
And these up here.
Wow.
He has got quite a collection.
Oh, it's massive.
And this is his bench up here too. This is just amazing. I've never seen so many desert roses in all my life.
Many of these succulents will be featured in the show, which is the first Sunday of June at Allen's Gardens in Toronto. So I'll definitely be heading down there and doing a video if I can. That was a preview of some of the succulents that'll be featured in the next season of the Bonsai Zone, where we'll meet the owner and he'll talk about techniques and growing all these strange and wonderful plants. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me here today in the Bonsai Zone.